Hello everyone, it is currently 11 a.m. I would say, 11:30 a.m. and today we have decided to go on a little trip to a cathedral and then where the first Cardinal of Malaysia and the second Archbishop of Kuala Lumpur is buried, and then an old square with an old clock we will be visiting as well for this morning, I would say, and afternoon maybe during afternoon we'll be also visiting some other parts of Kuala Lumpur as well, maybe to visit again the Petronas Twin Tower, but we are currently not sure about it. I will be recording everything for today. So we have arrived to the St. John's Cathedral. That's the original one that is still under construction, and this is the newer one. We have arrived to the old street market with an old clock and fountain. It's a small square, but at least there are some heritage of Kuala Lumpur. There are some other like buildings with cool art, and the mosque, which is on an island. Last year we have visited it and then National Textile Museum with some other mosques. So and then the river, so and some other buildings. So this is the Merdeka Square, with the second largest Malaysian flagpole. And also, if you remember to my video of the National Museum, and you remember these flags, because these are the state flags of Malaysia. Some other like mosques are already within here. Really nice. So this is an old bank building, and as you can see, you can't really make out anything because the sign is not very well maintained anymore. The government printing office, and the same problem as well. So is not really big, so if you are actually going out from the city center, then you will actually find it. So which is a bit shame, because it could because this is one of the most well-known building, the Petronas Twin Towers. And then you can only see if you are in the city center. So, and the I Love LK statue, and somewhere it should be here the zero stone. So, meaning that this is the zero, so this is the real city center. River of Life, activate, connect, Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur is really interesting, very diverse city. And this is the Kuala Lumpur Library. So we now came closer to the flagpole, and there is one building that is unknown to us at the moment, and then the Merdeka Square, and some buildings that remind me of the UK, that these triangles with the white and so big white chunks and small lines of red. Yeah, it reminds me of a bit of the UK. This is under construction at the moment. And there is the Petronas Twin Tower So that building there is the Sultan Abdul Samad building, which is under construction at the moment. This looks like some kind of like restaurant here. And I do the correction because the zero kilometer stone is actually in the direction which we will be actually visiting soon. So these street lights here are decorated as flowers. Some of them has actually like green leaves, like making looking like a real flower. And in front of us is the St. Mary's cathedral. And I would say some hotel in the direction. And the cat as well. Yeah. And Merdeka Square from this end with the flagpole and some skyscrapers. So Kuala Lumpur has like smaller like apartments, but mostly in the Kampung Baharu region or district, I would say, which we'll be visiting again. I know which day, but while we have time here. And also I can showcase it to you a bit more of why it is unique. So as you can see, Kuala Lumpur has a river as well, like most major cities, but here it is not very clean. And then the Sultan Abdul Samad building from the other end. And then we are actually going to the mosque, which is on this island. Yeah, which we have visited last year, as I mentioned earlier. The Masjid Yamak Mosque, which has a big garden and a big mosque. So look at all of this greenery. Yeah. So fountain here is really popular, like almost every single square and monument has actually a fountain. So and also the memorial, which we took so not long ago. So it is 1 p.m. and 1:20 p.m. and as you can see, there are some street vendors that are very usual to this area. except of Singapore. But other countries like Indonesia, Myanmar, Thailand, all of them has like street vendors, and locals are actually buying them food. So yeah, so Singapore is the only exception where there are no street vendors like this.